Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stan's Cutlery Universe. And today it's Wednesday, the 2nd of April, 2025. I thought I'd do a channel update, giving you all an idea of what I have plans of trying to do in the future. And why I say trying is some of it will depend on how I physically feel. Some of it will depend on, well, mostly depending on how I physically feel, honestly, because of the pain that I deal with, chronic pain issues from a broken neck. But that's neither here nor there. Um, a few things that are going to change is I'm going to focus a little bit more on American made knives and newer knives, American made newer knives, and some older knives. I want to start doing more research on older knives and learning and understanding the history better. That to do the research also takes time and money, but it is something that I've discovered I really enjoy. And the way I discovered this is by watching other channels that do the research, like Tobias Gibson, uh, Rasputin's Castle. If I leave anybody out, I'm going to feel horrible. I don't mean to. But those are Tom at Knife Delights. Those are three channels that do research and enjoy the history of the knives and pass that forward to us as viewers. And that's kind of what I want to start doing. But I'm going to do my own little, excuse me, I got something in my eye. Always when I start recording. Ugh, I didn't want to sit here the whole time. You guys think I'm trying to blink Morse code to you or something. But that's what I kind of started to want to do is do more research. And I have been picking up more books to add to my library. This just came in yesterday. This is a first edition of the Knife Guide, Identification and Value by Bernard Levine. This guy was prolific in his, stuff. And these are different articles and stuff that was in, I think it's Knife World. Yeah, Knife World's What Is It? I also picked up a couple of guides like this, Blade's Guide to Knives and Their Values. These are very interesting because they break things down by manufacturers, lists, all sorts. And it's just really, you get a lot of history and a lot of stuff like that. I have the book Kinfolks coming in. That's about the case cutlery, back history and stuff. And I not only do I want to learn about these knives and their history, but I think that it'd be fun because as I learn it and then do my best to, what's the word I'm looking for, process or bring that information forward to my friends here on YouTube, um, that also helps me learn it better. And that's kind of what I want to do. I've been really struggling. Yes, I do a video just about every day, actually every day recently, because I'm trying to keep my views up and get stuff rolling and trying to, just get stuff going and finding what people enjoy and what I enjoy. You know, I I've always in my life been kind of the, I don't want to say outsider because that might be a little harsh and not meant, but kind of the guy on the outskirts, that did his own thing, marched to his own drummer, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the right terminology is, but march to a different drummer or whatever. And I'm still going to share my WizBangers. I honestly don't think I'll ever stop my Frosty Friday. I truly enjoy that. But I have noticed that Frost Cutlery themselves, even with like what they sell on Cutlery Corner, their new knives that are under their trademark umbrella that they sell is getting lesser and lesser and slower and slower. So I don't know if that means they're having production issues or if they're struggling to come up with new designs and new ideas since Jim Frost passed away or what, or it's just kind of that influx that happened, when Jim Frost passed away and the others taking his kids and stuff taking over, that just the influx and it's time, just a time lag of production and stuff. But I'm still enjoying it. I will always like Frost Cutlery for multiple reasons. Jim Frost added so much to the knife community. He did so much for charities and just he's probably brought more people to knife collecting than any other, in my opinion, one single individual. But so the Frosty Fridays are always going to be there. Even if I got maybe I'll start buying some of the older Frost pieces. That'd be really cool. Learn the history of that too. So that might be a really fun way to go too. But there's going to be some new series starting. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to call them. I don't know if they're going to be every week or like maybe once in a while, instead of doing a modern Monday Madness, maybe it'll be, hey, look at this knife. This is a 1955, blah, 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 this is a history or where it's going to fit in, but it's going to fit in somewhere. And it is going to take time. My personal goal is to have it hit by the end of April 2025, kind of that last week, kind of get rolling with everything. Um, Kind of a funny thing, I got involved in three different traveling knife boxes, and somehow after Saturday, so the 5th of April, all three of them are going to be here at the same time. I never intended for that to happen. So I got to get that first one from JC sent out to Louis at Arizona ADC or EDC ADC. Arizona Daily Carry. Oh my God, I'm a dork. Arizona EDC. I get that taken care of. So that's my first priority is get that out of here, get that rolling to him. Then I got another box that just came in, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? 2 days ago. And that came over here from JL Ventures. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And that's a knife, that box has been going around, and it's got some really cool knives in there. There's one in there that I was just like, I fell in love with it when I seen it. So I got to do a little research on it. And oh my gosh, it's a beautiful knife. I do my reviews on those and then get that forwarded to the next person. And then I got, like I said, one that should be here Saturday if the USPS uh, is correct. So I'm just like, I'm kind of sitting there going, how did this all happen? So, and I don't want to be the roadblock, the problem area. So probably I'm going to be doing a lot of recording of different videos today and tomorrow to so that they can roll out of here and I can get things moving forward. So I'm not the roadblock, the hiccup, the whatever you want to call it. Oh gosh. But yeah, that's kind of what my thoughts are moving forward is the update, hey, I'm one subscriber as I'm making this away from 1,580 subscribers, as YouTube calls them. I like to call y'all friends. Exactly the way I do my intro. Hello, friends. It's I mean that. I truly enjoy talking to you all. Even though I gotta admit, yesterday I could not get any ambition. I did a little bit around the house, did a little bit of errands that had to be done, and then I just couldn't do it. And usually I enjoy doing my YouTube videos. I mean, it's 9 a.m. on Wednesday the 2nd, and I'm doing this video so I can get it posted for 10:30. And that's not normal for me. I'm usually a day or two ahead. I could not get any motivation yesterday. My wife says that's normal. Everybody goes through that, but it was just strange because I've had those days before where I couldn't get motivation, but I still enjoyed and look forward to doing my YouTube. Yesterday, I was just like, I did not want to do nothing. I was just like, eh. But hey, I got to do a show WizBanger real quick. This is going to be a quick and easy one. This is the 10-A43 BMR from Elite Edge. And this is a duplicate of the one I showed last Wednesday. Oops, sorry, get it so the Eagle Globe and Anchor is the proper way, except it's just in black. It works just as well, serrated, partially serrated edge. There's the stuff there, 420C. That's another thing I want to start doing. I am going to have some fun with some of these WizBangers. Like this one, I have a duplicate. I like the black one better than the tan one. So the tan one's going to get not beat on, but it's going to get tested. There is going to be some batoning done. I guess what I'm saying is I'm going to do some realistic real world testing that if this was your truck knife, because, so many people, including myself, says, these are good truck knives, throw them in your truck. Okay, well, my idea of a truck knife is it's in my truck. And if the fit hits the shan, I could use it to protect myself, save my life. So I know normally I'm carrying another knife at more than one or two, but this would probably be the biggest knife I'd have, honestly, other than a fixed blade that I carry in my old poop bag that's in my truck. But not everybody carries an old poop bag. And a lot of people that be buying these type of knives are not necessarily, I should say type, they're good knives, is not necessarily a knife enthusiast. So I want to take one out and I want to see, worst case scenario, if you had to build a fire, baton some wood within reason, I'm not going to try and baton through a block that's like this big, but something that you thought, baton through some wood to build a fire, cut some rope to, help build a snare, some 550 cord to build a snare, uh, maybe cut up an old blanket. I'll probably get an old towel or something like that because that's comparable to a blanket. That my wife won't mind because if I cut up in her blankets, she might hurt me. But just stuff like that to see if that knife could get you through a couple days of that being your only piece of equipment, or maybe not only, but within reason pieces of equipment that you have. So yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm a wimp when it comes to cold weather. It's 28 degrees and snowing right now. So I'm not going out there in that because my body hurts too bad when it's like that. So, but we'll see what happens with that. That'll be fun. So that'll be a new type of series too, finding out if these knives can tolerate it. It'll be fun to find out where it's, I don't want to say breaking point because like I said, I'm not intentionally going to try and break it, but where its failure point is. Is it when I baton, does it dull super quick and now I can't cut 550 cord? That's what I'm saying, stuff like that. So to wrap it up, the month of April is going to be very interesting and unique for me, not only in the knife world, but in personal life, or I should say personal, because knife world is personal, but stuff I don't necessarily share with you all. I got a lot of stuff on the back burner, a lot of stuff going on, and that's moving forward because the weather up here in northern Michigan's getting nicer and nicer, and I got a lot of stuff I got to get done before it gets hotter than Hades. So I got to get that stuff done. Some of it I will film and share. Some of it will not be shared, because it's not that people wouldn't be interested, but it might be more than I really want to share with the whole world. And it's nothing bad like that. It's just sometimes there's just certain things that you're just like, you know what? I just want to get it done. I'm not going to film it and share it with everybody out there because that's going to take me an extra 3 hours of setting up cameras, doing stuff where I could just get it done and be done and it's over with, So it's not meant in a rude way. There's really nothing I do that I am not willing to share with my YouTube family. It's just there's, like I said, sometimes it's just filming and stuff like that. That it's just in my mind. I'm like, okay, this people might enjoy this. Like when I do resighting on my house, I know there's a big group of people out there that like to see videos like that. But to set up the cameras and do all that stuff takes an extra 2 hours. And there's so many videos out there of people that actually know what they're doing that can do it way better. So I might do like a video of before, this is how it looked, blah, 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 and then do an after, halfway through and an after, but it's not going to be a during because I'm an amateur myself. I'm learning by watching other YouTubers do the work. And, so it just, if anything, it'll just be videos that are like, hey, look, even Stan can do this, so if Stan can do it, you can too, type of thing. But, yeah, I got a lot of great ideas. At least I think they're great ideas for the channel. Moving forward, like I said, some of the knife purchasing is going to be different. I still got a couple more Rough Rider knife series that I want to pick up and share. I want to get the whole bluegill series, the whole red long rifle series that they came out with, and the whole 30th anniversary series. That's just the checkering on that's just beautiful. And I'm one of those people. And this is a problem for me for knife collecting is anybody that's came over from watching me in comic books know I'm one of those completists. And what a completist is in the comic book world is if you collect Superman, you want to have every Superman comic book there is, or at least because there's multiple covers, at least one issue of every issue, you know. And that gets really expensive and really hard to do on a lot of characters like Superman that dates back so far. And I have that same problem with knives. I get a series, a piece that I really like, and instead of dropping it back to getting the knives, the patterns that I know I really really like, I get the whole series, and sometimes there's patterns in there that I would have never bought otherwise. But at the same time, I have found some patterns that I do like by doing that. So it's kind of like a six of one, half dozen of the other situation. Sometimes it works out and you're like, wow, I just discovered a pattern that is like awesome. And then other times it's like you look at it and you're like, yay, why did I drop $30 on this? But that's how you live and learn. And it also, it's just the way life goes. There's some things in life that you get and you regret, and there's some things in life that you get and you're going, oh, and then you go, wow, this is cool. So we'll just see where life takes us. Well, gee, I've been going for 15 minutes. Holy crap. I won't say I apologize. I just appreciate it. So yeah, moving forward, there's going to be more like research type videos and talking about stuff. More cleanup videos. I enjoy doing the cleanups. I got to figure out how to process them better and edit them better so that I don't have like a half-hour long video that people bow out of in 10 minutes. Or you know what? Maybe I should just keep doing long form videos like that. If it's interesting enough and I can talk and somebody wants to watch it, cool. Maybe I will. It'll depend on the cleanup. But so a big part of that is me getting better at editing. I'm getting a little bit better, little by little. So that's how we learn. We all learn slowly but surely, and that's how we get there where we need to be. Well, thank you all for putting up with me. I truly do appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Does this sound like it going to make the channel better? Does it sound like I'm might going to be flushing the channel down the toilet? Um, I hope to make it better. I'm one of those people that I truly believe in expand, grow, or die. Um, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. Excuse me. We'll see what happens, and I appreciate the friendships. Let me know what you think. With that being said, please like, subscribe, share, comment. It's truly appreciated. I love your comments. And live long, prosper, and collect your own